Hello, I'm Barry Arbuckle, President and CEO of MemorialCare. We know that you have a lot of medical questions about COVID-19 vaccines. So I've invited Dr. James Leo, MemorialCare's Chief Medical Officer, to join me in sharing his expertise and providing some answers. Dr. Leo, thank you for joining me. And let's start with what's top of mind. I'm hearing from a lot of people. They're wondering when this vaccine will be made available to the public.
Well, thank you, Barry. I wish we had an exact timeline for when vaccine will be made available. We simply don't know for the public distribution. What we do know is that the distribution is being managed by the federal government and through our local public health departments. I can tell you that we are doing all we can to get as many doses as we can as quickly as possible.
What vaccines for COVID-19 are available, and how will they protect us?
There are two vaccines receiving the most attention right now. First is the vaccine made by Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech. They were the first to receive emergency use authorization from the FDA. This vaccine requires 2 doses given 21 days apart. The Moderna vaccine is the second vaccine. That was made in partnership with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. It requires 2 doses also, but 28 days apart. And it works the same way the Pfizer vaccine does. They're both administered similar to a flu shot, given in the muscle of the upper arm. After a person receives the first dose of the vaccine, they'll start to develop some immunity in 2 to 4 weeks. But this is not full or sufficient immunity to protect against disease. The vaccines require the second booster dose to reach full 95% immunity, which can take an additional week after receiving the second dose.
Well, certainly the news last week about the Pfizer approval and distribution generated a lot of excitement. But I'm hearing a lot of folks asking, how do these vaccines actually work?
It's a great question. These 2 vaccines and the other ones still being tested all work to stimulate the human body's own protective immune responses, so that if a person is infected with the virus targeted by the vaccine, in this case, the COVID-19 virus, their immune system will recognize the virus, stop it from spreading in the body, and stop it from causing illness. In this way, the vaccines mimic natural infection, but without actually causing the person to become sick.
Are the vaccines safe?
Each of the top vaccines under consideration has undergone multiple phases of clinical trials. In the late-stage trials, they've been tested and monitored on tens of thousands of human volunteers. Additionally, the FDA, which has the power to quickly approve medical products during time of public health emergencies, has stated that although the COVID-19 vaccines are being fast-tracked, their testing process has closely mirrored the standard rigorous testing and approval process that any non-emergency vaccine would require before it's approved. MemorialCare's medical experts have studied the findings of these clinical trials and the other scientific data and agree with the CDC and FDA recommendations that the vaccines appear to be safe, effective, and will lead to a significant reduction in the spread of the virus. Now, it is important to know that although the vaccines are considered safe, side effects are not uncommon. It's possible that anyone who receives the vaccine may experience side effects after vaccination, and it's normal. Recipients of the vaccine have complained of pain at the injection site, fatigue, chills, muscle aches, headaches, and fever. Now, these symptoms tend to resolve within about a day. And there's a warning. People who have a history of anaphylaxis to another vaccine or injectable medication should be carefully monitored for 30 minutes if they choose to get the Pfizer vaccine. Anaphylaxis is a severe allergic overreaction of the body's immune system, which can be life-threatening. Those concerned or who've been told by their healthcare provider to carry an EpiPen should speak with their physician before receiving the vaccine.
So who should and should not get vaccinated? For example, if someone already had COVID-19, should they still get the vaccine?
The CDC recommends that people who've had COVID-19 still be vaccinated. We know that the risk of reinfection with COVID-19 is very low in the first 90 days after illness. So some people may choose to wait that long, but that's not absolutely necessary. People with COVID-19 symptoms should wait, however, until their acute illness has resolved before being vaccinated. Because this is a new virus, we're still learning about short and long-term immunity. Medical professionals are not certain how long a person can remain immune after having actually been infected with the virus. Therefore, those who are vaccinated will either gain immunity or potentially extend or strengthen existing immunity. Although pregnant and breastfeeding women didn't take part in any of the vaccine clinical trials, the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology has issued a statement that pregnant and nursing women should not be excluded from receiving a vaccine. And lastly, the vaccine is not yet recommended for people below the age of 16.
So once folks get the vaccine, do they still need to practice the precaution measures?
Because it will take time to vaccinate and immunize everyone, and because there's a small chance that even a vaccinated person could still get and spread the infection without getting symptoms themselves, it's strongly advised that even after being vaccinated, we all continue to mask, socially distance, and wash our hands frequently. It's estimated that in order to control COVID-19 and develop herd immunity, at least 70% of the population will need to be vaccinated.
Thank you, Dr. Leo, for your time, your expertise, and a very good discussion. We will undoubtedly be learning a lot more in the coming days, weeks, and months. And as things progress, we will continue to provide updated information on our website at memorialcare.org/COVID vaccine. Thank you.